Anna, thank you very much. Speaking of Halloween, Greenbrier County is full of ghost stories, but we wanted to separate fact from fiction.
WVVA's Haley Bianco investigated the history behind several alleged ghost encounters in Lewisburg. She joins us now live with this special report. Haley.
Hey, Greg and Courtney, since the 1700s, people have lived and died here in Lewisburg. With so much history, ghost stories are expected to pop up. Greenbrier County is filled with Civil War cemeteries and gravestones of historic figures.
There's a lot of history in Lewisburg and a lot of things that have happened in this general area, so I guess something could have lingered on.
Many of those buried still have things left behind, like houses. Greenbrier County historians say that William P. Rucker was one of the most hated men in Lewisburg.
This man is he's unbelievable. You know, he would taunt people, he would turn them into the Union forces, his neighbors. He then immediately went and told Colonel Crook who needed their house burned down, that kind of thing. He was just terrible, man.
The family that lives in Rucker's house today says they have regular sightings of an older man with a long white beard.
It didn't bother me one way or the other. I just thought that if he was really here, that he was quite happy and very happy with all the years we've lived here and the things that we have done to this house.
While alive, Rucker was the attorney for Trout Shoe, who was charged with the murder of his wife Zona in 1897. Zona lives on in lore as the Greenbrier ghost, but also in history as a witness in the only trial to ever use ghost testimony. Down the road, Carnegie Hall has had some encounters. A paranormal investigation team searched the building but found no evidence.
I was cleaning up after a show. I was the only person here. Everybody else was already gone. It was about almost midnight. I was actually standing back here on the stage, and we have a mezzanine right over here, next floor up. And there's a piano in there, and it's always locked. And I heard that piano. I left. I didn't even go up there to look because I knew there was nobody up there.
Other incidents like chairs falling and shadowy figures appearing have been reported. Several years ago, the General Lewis Inn had a ghost hunting team search its grounds. Nothing was found despite several sightings in its bedrooms. Since renovations began in January, guests are reporting less activity.
It actually has been very quiet since they started remodeling the rooms in the 1834 portion of the building.
The ghosts at the General Lewis Inn are said to be friendly, oftentimes helping guests find their keys or lost jewelry.
I definitely believe that there are things in this world that we can't see and can't explain.
Personally, I'm a non-believer in ghosts. Until I see one, I'm kind of one of those people who need to see it to believe it.
Believer or non-believer, you have to admit ghost stories get a little more interesting this time of year. Here for you live in Lewisburg, Haley Bianco, Greg Courtney, back to you.
Thank you very much, Haley. And in